Welcome back, everybody. This week on the channel, we're taking a look at a somewhat recent ink. This is a bottle in a face mask. Well, if anything, the folks over at Papier Plume are sending a very important message, especially with the current goings-on. So, inside this plastic baggie is their secret No. 13 fountain pen ink. And here, without the baggie and the face mask, is what the bottle looks like. As Figboot pointed out on his channel, the motif for this label is a grouping of some of their other limited editions over the last 13 years. And on the end of the label, we have the hashtag SecretInk13, with the other end of the label showing the Papier Plume URL. And of course, capping off this well-done presentation is the fleur-de-lis wax seal on the cap. Now, I honestly feel that this bottle is on par, if not better, than my favorite Pelikan 4001 bottles. Maybe it's the wax seal, or maybe it's just the vintage look on the bottle. Whatever it is, I think they did a good job here on the Celebration bottle, and you've got to admit that it looks really good on the Rubik's Cube. Here, we're getting a good look at this limited edition on the Tomoe River paper in my Musubi folio. Harking back to Figboot's video, when I saw that one, I was expecting a purple or an orange. And boy, I was really glad to be wrong. Instead, we're getting a nice Prussian blue primary tone, and so of course, I had to ink this up in my new TWSBI Prussian blue fountain pen. Now, looking at this ink blot, I like what the ink is trying to do, and the amount of dynamic range that we're getting here. I mean, looking at these highlights, we start off at a hybrid of powder blue and sky blue, and from there, it fades down to a greenish blue that reminds me of the Pacific Ocean, and almost surprisingly, we aren't getting any sheen, which I think was the right decision. Now, I only went with one nib for the dry time this time around, but I think we're getting a respectable dry time out of this TWSBI medium nib. We're looking at 25 seconds for being passable, and 30 seconds for completely dry, which on Tomoe is a pretty good performance from a wet nib. Now, I did do the test again off camera on Rhodia, and got the exact same results, so there is that. And now that we've had a look at the color, let's take a look at the water performance. And for that, we are on our trusty Rhodia dot pad. And while that's settling in, small side note. I've been following the comments sections of previous videos, and after this video, we may try something new on the water samples going forward, and the writing samples as well. But for now, back to the ink. This is a pretty good result for a 2-minute soak. What this ink lacks in flourish, it really does make up for in water resistance, and one could easily recover their work after a water spill, and that is thanks in large part to the gray and purple underlayer of the No. 13 ink. So overall, I think we've got a good ink here with No. 13. It's got a color that reminds me of my spiritual West Coast home. The ink is well lubricated, and cleaning it out of my pens was a really easy affair, and we also get good water performance. The dry time is a little slow. I mean, it would have been nice having it under 20 seconds, but I am always willing to trade dry time for water performance. Also, with it being Papier Plume, you know you're getting a good price to volume ratio. So, do I think it would be worth buying? Yes. I also think this is an appropriate ink to have for a giveaway. So remember that bottle in a box from the beginning? Well, I'm giving that bottle away to one of you. All you have to do is take one of your current favorite inks, write a haiku with it, and post that haiku to Instagram using the hashtag #PapierPlumeHaiku. The time to enter ends at midnight US Central Standard Time on Monday, July 13th, and the winner will be chosen at random from those haiku. So that's going to be it for this video. Ink up that subscribe button, follow the channel on Twitter and Instagram, don't forget to penable your friends, and remember, don't drink the ink.